What's the biggest lie within trading Forex? Is if anybody else can get that same value, you're not going to be able to make much money from it because it would be public knowledge. Oh, hello there. I'm just hanging out with Nicolas Cage, enjoying a nice glass of hot cocoa. Here you go, Nicolas Cage. Anyways, I thought today would be a great day to talk about some questions that you guys had for me. I posted on my Instagram there. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, make sure you click the Instagram page in the description and you can follow me on Instagram so you can ask me questions later on. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna casually kind of go through while Nicolas Cage goes to the washroom there. I think he's got to clean himself up after spilling some of that hot cocoa on himself. And we're gonna go through and we're just gonna answer some of the questions. So let's just pull it up here right now. All right, starting off with a question from Godbanks. How much time did it take you to become a profitable Forex trader? This is kind of a little bit more difficult question. I found profitability about 6 months into trading Forex. I had previously traded crypto for about a year before that. So between the whole time starting trading and everything, it's about a year and a half until I found profitability. From there, I wasn't really consistent very well. I still had a lot of issues to work on, and it took me another, maybe, another 6 months, something like that, until I was actually gotten more comfortable with the trading, but I had a profitable system that I did know was working. Just to preface this, any questions about how much money I make or things that are completely ridiculous, I just will be skipping over them. There's a question about will you be doing workout videos? No, this is a Forex channel. Come on, man.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Oh, fucking cat. Oh, I hate cats, man. Friggin' cat knocked the light over. What advice would you give someone that lets their emotions get the best of them? So advice on anything kind of psychology, emotional related, what you need to do is always, everything in trading is really revolving around the creating rules and everything like this. So you can kind of apply something very similar to help your psyche. If you're trading emotionally, then what I would suggest is create some sort of rule-based system that stops you from over trading, from creating impulsive entries. So if you're trading emotionally, I'm assuming it comes from, you're talking more specifically about over trading, so you're trying to revenge trade, things like this. So if you're trading emotionally, I'm assuming it's because you're kind of over trading. You might have a losing day and then you continue to trade on a losing streak and you're going deeper and deeper into that hole. So what I would suggest is create some sort of system that basically says, I'm allowed to have 2 R loss in a day, or I'm only allowed to take 2 trades in a day. That would then refine your entry requirements, so you would be even stricter on your entries if that's what your issue is. Or you can say, I'm only allowed 1 loser a day or 2 losers a day or something like this. And then as long as you follow that, you're going to be forcing yourself into a non-emotional state. Oh, here's a crazy fucking question. Why are you a cat person? I'm not a cat person. I'm not really any animal person. I prefer cats because they are the least amount of dedication on my side. If I was going to choose any pet, I don't like having something that is needy. These cats are incredibly needy. Dogs are even more needy, and any other pet is not going to provide any value to you, I think, because they're just not that, they don't have the emotional attachment to you like a hamster or a lizard or something like that. What's the biggest lie within trading Forex? I would say all of these different books and everything that are actually teaching you old trading styles, things that don't work in the slightest. I'm not even talking about these fake gurus and or gurus, something like this. It's just everything that somebody teaches you is not useful, because if anybody else can get that same value, you're not going to be able to make much money from it because it would be public knowledge. The biggest lie in trading Forex is that you're told that you can actually learn how to trade Forex, and you'll go and find that knowledge from somewhere and then be able to actually do it. There's absolutely no way that you can learn how to profitably trade Forex without, knowing somebody who already knows how to do it profitably, which you don't unless you know someone personally. You guys, I'm not gonna give you my best info. There's a conflict of knowledge there, right? Like, I don't want everyone to know what I know, because then everyone's gonna be making money and then my system won't work anymore. If you're just going about it and learning something in a general public knowledge area, you will not make money. That is just the simple fact. You have to create your own system, or you have to know somebody. Like, my best friends, I would teach my best trading secrets to. Is liquidity always placed above, below supply demand blocks, or swing highs and lows? Liquidity is just referring to where people have stop orders, where there's going to be areas where banks can manipulate. Whatever that means to you, you're just saying, is liquidity always placed around supply or swing highs and lows? Kind of, yeah. I don't really know where else it could be. Like, it's not gonna be just in the middle of a range. It's not gonna be just in the middle of an uptrend, but there is liquidity everywhere. You're just looking for pools of liquidity. How do you come back from a losing streak? Take a day off. What was your turning point in trading? What did you learn then? So, everyone's gonna think that there's some sort of aha moment, that you're suddenly just gonna be profitable after this. And what I'll tell you is there was 100 different aha moments. There are so many things you need to learn in trading. Each individual thing, once you finally figure it out, it's going to unlock new doors, and you're going to be able to unlock new doors from that. And it's just going to be a progressive sense. You're never really going to get to that point. I'm working on another strategy now. It's a deeper nested version of my current strategy. So the aha moment of my current profitable strategy has allowed me to then figure something else out. And I've now made another aha moment that's going to double my profit, assuming it works out properly, right? So I just have to figure out the exact details of everything in order to know for sure. Oh, let's scooch up. Is your course swing trading, scalp, or day trading? Everything I do is intraday based trading. Mind you, you can do it on any time frame. Time frames don't matter. But if you're doing things on a higher time frame, you would then want to be doing more news related things. And if you're doing things on a lower time frame, you're gonna be wanting to do things faster and on more Adderall. If crypto is getting banned for retail traders to trade from January 2021, will price drop? No. It doesn't make any sense. You can't ban crypto. That's exactly what crypto is. It's a decentralized network. You don't understand how crypto works. You can't ban it. And maybe you're saying it's banned from the US government or something like that. Like, you can't have exchanges under the US government. Okay, well, they're gonna make it somewhere else then. And then you just do it from a different country. Are there any other gurus that you would actually recommend? So this kind of goes hand in hand with the lie question that I was talking about earlier. If there's any gurus that I would recommend. See, this is the problem, is that I'm saying any guru, if they are profitable, they're not going to give you everything. They're gonna give you their dumbed down stuff. They're gonna give you their worst stuff. And if you're paying for their content, they're gonna give you even better stuff. At least that's what I do. But there are a few things that I keep strictly for myself, and I always will. And as I learn more, I will slowly give out the worst stuff. So that's why, I will be continuing to grow, and everything that you guys will be learning from me will be continuing to grow. But I'm always going to be a little bit more advanced on my own personal side. But as the question is saying, is there any gurus that I would actually recommend? I recommend you listen to yourself, man. That's what I'm trying to break down on this channel, is no guru is going to teach you how to trade. Not a single one. I will not teach you how to trade. I will give you some tips and tricks, and that's the best I can do, because that's basically what the game of Forex is. It's a huge conflict of interest, and I would like to help you guys out, but I don't want to give you the thing that works for me. What's your opinion on ICT? I get this question literally every single day on the stream. ICT, his methods work. He's a bad teacher. He doesn't teach things very, very well. Gurus don't want to give you everything right off the bat. ICT is very similar. His free stuff, his paid stuff, he breaks things down very not direct, not to the point. It's very aloof, right? So you have to kind of work with what he's saying and figure it out for yourself. Is it inevitable to blow accounts? No. I've blown one account once, and that was because I was following somebody else, and he said to trust him. I have a story about that. There's a link. There's a video I posted, I think it's called I Lost Everything. It's just a story about that. You can check that out. But I've always practiced proper risk management. I'm not a very risk aggressive type person. I've never actually blown an account aside from that. I've never blown my own money. All right, that's most of the Instagram questions. So I'm just gonna jump over to the Facebook. I asked on Facebook there if there's any questions on there, so we can check that out. Okay, why traders keep selling courses if they're already making a lot of money and there are already millions of courses out there? So traders sell courses. I can't speak for everyone else. Obviously you can say because they don't actually know how to make money. That's true, perfectly fair. The reason I sell courses is because trading is a long process to making money. And as you guys know, if you've been following me for a long time, I actually only went full time with this in February. So it's been less than a year that I've been doing this full time. So it was in a sense, first of all, backup. And in a second sense, it's a lot faster to make capital if you're selling products. I learned this I did a little bit of drop shipping before actually going full time with Forex, made a little bit of money drop shipping, and selling products makes money very, very quickly. So then you can use that capital to create even more trading profits and then bank that into your trading and then make bigger income in a long time. You're not gonna be making tons of money trading until you have a massive account. And getting a massive account takes a very long time. So when you couple that with selling products, that account goes very, very quickly. Eventually, I will probably be stepping down more and more from the YouTube, from the sales, from everything, and take a much more casual lifestyle over the next few years as I get more just wanting to explore my own life. I am very much just doing a lot of this stuff for fun to keep me occupied right now. I do have enough trading profit capital already that I can live strictly off of that if I want to, but I'm still growing everything, and again, like as I said, I will get slowly bored with the YouTube thing. I'll get slowly bored with everything. I will need to try new things, and eventually I will be gone to some extent. I'll always kind of be here probably, just it will be slowly diminished. So I assume anyone else who is profitable, they are also just selling courses, selling signals, things like this, so that they can increase their capital even faster because they're trying to get a certain amount of money to be able to trade with. I would ideally like to be trading with $1 million account, and then I would be perfectly happy to be going very, very casually, having absolutely no stress over trading profits. I think realistically, I'll be there within the next few years, and then essentially sales will become unimportant. So when you're trading with less than $100,000 account, $1,000 sales is actually going to make a bigger difference in your account. But if you're selling $1,000 courses with $1 million account, that's actually kind of useless for you now, right? So as your account gets bigger and bigger, you care less and less about the sales, right? So that's why it was kind of like an important thing to have right off the bat. Do you think a person can be profitable without a course mentor, but puts 100% focus and attention and discipline? Yeah, I'll tell you, this is a decent question, man. It's definitely possible. You have to be very good at pattern recognition and looking at how the charts are going to be moving. You have to be able to come up with creative ideas and then be able to also pattern recognize the same patterns over and over. So you have to come up with some sort of idea, and then you have to find the patterns and see if that idea kind of makes sense, and then you have to backtest it. So you really need like 3 strong attributes. You need to be very creative, you need to be very good with patterns, and then you need to be willing to go through that data analytics to see if it's actually gonna work out. So for one person to be able to do that in a short period of time, it's gonna be very difficult. This is why I try to just basically give you ideas of how you can be trading, and then you guys can go on your own way as well. But it definitely does help, and I'll tell you this, that I've had maybe like 4 or 5 mentors that they all help me with something, and then from there I've branched out and then done my own research and created my own strategies based off of very similar ideas of what they were teaching me. And I'd be perfectly happy to even now talk to another mentor. Specifically though, the deeper I get into it, I want very, very specific mentors. So right now, if I were to pay a mentor for something, I would want it to be very strictly based off of liquidity at certain times of the market, and I would want an extremely high hit rate. So we're talking like 75% hit rate liquidity entries, and that's basically what I would need as even for me to consider talking to the person. When I analyze a pair and I see a buy and a sell opportunity, what do you do? Well, a couple things you can do. Okay, so this is kind of a different thing. First of all, if you're seeing a buy and a sell opportunity, I'm assuming these are both proven profitable strategies. We can say that they could be either two different strategies and they're conflicting. Then in that case, I would just say take the strategy that has the higher win rate, or don't take either of them. In the case where it's the same strategy, I'm saying that these strategies are provenly profitable. You're not just saying, okay, I think it's going to go this way or this way. No, that's bullshit. Don't take any trade. But if you're saying the exact same strategy and it's just two different spots, like one's higher and one's lower, you could just take both of them and then take your profit at the entry of the other setup, if that makes sense. So you would enter one side and then take your profit once it gets to the entry of the second setup. Yeah, how much have you made from trading? So these are my problem with like questions like how much have you made from trading, you know, what's your profit? It doesn't matter. You guys are literally just asking that so you can say, hey, wow, this guy's really cool. You just want to hear some really big number and it doesn't make any sense to me. You guys are just trying to like praise me or something, and that's not what I want. I have no reason to tell you some stupid number that you guys can only imagine to have, right? Or, you know, you could also be way richer than me and be like, oh, that's not enough. Why am I listening to him, right? The question answering it doesn't do anything for anyone. Either you're much poorer than me and you're like, wow, I can't believe one day I'm gonna be at his level, or you're much richer than me and you're going to say, why would I listen to this joker? He doesn't even have as much money as me. So it's a very silly question. Have you ever considered the idea of learning Forex because it seemed too hard while you're learning, even when you were profitable or full-time trader? Did you face tough weeks? How did you manage it? Did I ever face tough weeks? Yeah, of course. I'm currently facing a tough December right now. I'm actually on my personal account. I'm down a reasonable amount. I'm not too worried about it. What I do is I limit myself to a certain percentage loss per day and a certain percentage loss per week. And if I hit those, then I stop. In December, we're going down a little bit. It's a very stressful month. Markets are a little bit weirder. So what I've done now is I've just said, okay, rest of December, I'm going to just play around very lightly and I'm doing half risk on every trade. I'm doing very bread and butter, very clean setups only. So I'm going to be taking like maybe one trade a day. I want to be going very slowly. I want to take relax now. It's December. It's, you know, the markets are a little bit different, but some months are incredible. November, we hit incredible gains, right? We hit 17R in November. So if you're risking 2%, that's like 35% in November, which is unbelievable amount of money. So not nearly coming down to those losses. I think we're down 6 or 7R or something like that for this month, which is my worst month in a long time. But as someone just building crypto positions, I have questions. How much of your worth is in crypto? So I'm gonna just use this as a percentage version. Right now, I have maybe about 60% of my net worth in crypto, if you're counting liquid assets. So I'm not counting things like real estate, businesses, things like this. Simply liquid cash that I could get within the next 2 days and then do something with. I have about 60% of it in crypto. The other is in Forex, and very small amount in sitting in just cash, just for basic paying bills. I'm really expecting crypto to take off over the next years, and then I will be selling off and I will be putting that into stocks. Right now I have nothing in stocks. In actual crypto, I would say maybe about 60% is in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then the rest are in altcoins, and maybe about 20% in like super altcoins that are like brand new projects that I'm hoping to hit absolute moon levels with. Right guys, that is absolutely everything for you guys in the Q&A. I hope that was insightful, at least in the slightest. Now we have a cat. Stop playing with my fucking lights there. She was playing with it the whole time. So if you guys want to join a Discord community, link in the description. My Instagram is also down there. And if you guys are interested in any mentorship, things like this, or signals, it's around there too. You guys can figure it out. I'll see you guys next time. Oh, Nicolas Cage, you're coming back. Oh, perfect timing. We just finished the video.